coming to PCs and the Nintendo Switch by the end of 2024. Number 1, we have Sally, first work of its developers too. See, the story over here is a bunch of kids have been able to somehow make a flying ship, which happens to be sorted by a couple of grandmas. And up there, not only you will live to farm, but craft, cook, build, and even go in new places. It's a lot inspired by Studio Ghibli stuff, Japanese anime, and here's its first official gameplay. Coming up behind that, we have a 2.5-dimensional casual cozy farm sim where your decisions have consequences. A game called Echoes of the Plum Grove. So you decide what to plant, what to stock for the winter, and who to befriend. It's a lot like Harvest Moon since the relationship building is the key to your story's outcome, and there's a lot of it. It's coming to PCs only early next year. Number 3, we have Kibu. This is a relaxing adventure game in the heart of wilderness. Where as a solitary monk, you must build a temple, brew teas, and journey into the wild seeking out spirits, ancient spirits. Kibu is, as you can see though, is a red panda. Anyway, this game is from the same developers of XB1 and Omno, really good indie games. It's set to be coming to PCs only by the end of the year. Number 4, we have a open-world fantasy farming sim with an art style reminiscent of Breath of the Wild and Pokemon Arceus, called the Gods Fabled Solid Frontier. Well, anyway, this is a Kickstarter project. The game has already funded its initial goal and into stretch, set to be coming out to PCs and other consoles as well next year after 2 years of development. Number 5, we have Tales of Seiku, another fantasy farming sim game set in the Fey lost land called Seiku, inhabited by legendary creatures. It's set in story, and then the town is frequently threatened by the old gods. This game is described as a thrilling, fantasy-style farming sim adventure set in a cozy fairyland, which happens to be a haven for legendary creatures around the world. Game is coming out October 10th. Coming up at number 6, we have Puff Pals Island Skies. This is a game that not too long ago joined the Kickstarter campaign with the pledge of $75,000, and believe it or not, so far gathered more than maybe 30 times its initial goal on the campaign. Crazy, right? Yeah, it happens. Anyway, Puff Pals, as you can see, a farming sim, takes cues from Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, mostly Animal Crossing, coming to PCs and Switch only sometime next year. Coming as his developer's first work and a very good publisher. Number 7, we have Lijiang Town. This is a cozy Harvest Moon life sim, also inspired by the Chinese folklore about the little village with a tree in the middle of it. It's called Lijiang too. That has supernatural powers. You have to communicate with the neighbors, grow fruits, vegetables, breed animals, build houses, build your own farm, and stuff like that. It's coming to PCs only, we hear soon. Number 8, we have Gaucho and the Grasslands. This is a Mexican-inspired farming and breeding sim where you mainly raise animals, collect and craft items to complete quests and expand your farm. Literally Harvest Moon, back to nature, a little more 3D and more open-ended. The game's coming to PCs, Switch and other consoles as well early to mid next year.
Esse que é o cusco velho.
O que te traz aqui, Gaucho?
Toma, que cagaço! Mas olha, não tem vivente aqui.
Esse lugar tá todo esbudegado, chefe. O churrasco tá pronto. Costelão 12 horas, feito em 6. Esse é o meu Rio Grande.
Moonlight Peaks, however, almost first of its own kind, is a gothic horror farming game that puts you in the role of a young vampire. You mainly work with magic, create potions, and explore your powers, but meanwhile get to date werewolves and other monsters. Tend to your own vampire life stuff too. Game's coming to PCs and Switch early next year.
This town will be humming when you're through with it. And yes, some things will go wrong, but with a bit of teamwork, some community spirit, and a dash of good luck.
Coming to PCs, Switch, and other consoles as well early next year, we have a Go-Go Town. This is a minimalistic town building game I've mentioned before with cartoony graphics, pretty much inspired by the Animal Crossing if you take a closer look. But more emphasis on building, eventually coming to other consoles as well in addition to PCs and Switch, and accompanied the good words, we got a new trailer today. Pathless Woods is a sandbox, or basically craft and survival open world game inspired by ancient China. It features survival, exploration, construction, and farming. You get to build your own dream house, farm, log hunt, gather herbs, cook, milk, defend yourself against some enemies, and all 9 yards. The game is coming in about 2 months into PC Zone. Number 12, we have a turn-based RPG adventure here called Plum Town, A Different Story. This game is basically a mix of Earthbound, classic, from all the way back with a bit of Pokemon action. Here's a trailer, rather short one. Game's coming out early next year. Moving on, we have Chill Town, promising the ultimate haven for relaxation, where players can create and design their own very own little town on an island, where you can decorate houses, engage in lots of activities, fishing, cooking, bug catching, and taming. Chill Town's been in the making out of a Kickstarter campaign for a year now, set to be coming to PCs only by the end of the year.
You'll be entranced by the beauty all around you. From the vibrant flora to the playful fauna that call the island home. Embark on an exhilarating journey to discover, tame, and care for enchanting and endearing creatures. Welcome to Chill Town.
If you like 2D, 3D graphics, like the number 2 game we mentioned today, I'm pretty sure most of you here are familiar with the Cult of the Lamb design. Well, we have a farming RPG adventure anime style game in the making with this almost exactly identical graphics and design as something here called Artisan Story. It's not just a farming sim, but a dungeon crawling RPG set in a huge world that actually consists of 4 islands, over 50 villages, and is coming soon to PCs only. Coming up behind that, we have a Moonstone Island, a game I mentioned a lot. Game's now coming out instead of September, maybe December this year for PCs and Switch. This is a cozy and rather vibrant pixel art life sim, incorporating card-based combats, monster collecting, lots of exploration, farming, crafting, and alchemy. Some social life stuff too. Anyways, basically Harvest Moon, but a little further down in our timeline. Check it out. And last but not least, through a Kickstarter campaign too, we have World Shards. This is a sandbox RPG with a levelless progress system, or as its developers promise, a sandbox MMORPG. It's in a fantasy world that consists of flying islands. Your job is mostly exploring fragments of an ancient world, fight wargs, and find a way to restore peace. This game is coming to PCs only later this year.